Hello and welcome all of my beautiful, vibrant hearts and ephemeral souls who are Gemini suns, have big Gemini placements, or are cross watchers for Gemini, to your month ahead messages for the month of June 2024. And may I say a very happy birthday to all of my Geminis who are out there who are celebrating. So yeah, may this year ahead bring you health, wealth, prosperity beyond your wildest dreams. For those interested in love messages for the month ahead, I do offer those on my new Patreon tier that is linked down below. So you'll have access to all of the love messages for all the zodiac signs. You can watch for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever tickles your fancy. I'm not here to tell you how to do you. So yeah, feel free to check those out. I do also offer personal readings. The link to booking on my shop is also linked down below in the description box. That was not that was not super eloquent, but we got there. So thanks for standing by. With that, let's take a look at what this month ahead holds for you. So, Spirit, what is the overarching energy theme that our Gemini friends can expect to encounter this month? So Jupiter just moved into Gemini. Very, very fun, very fortuitous. So it seems like this is going to be very expansive for y'all. Signs. Talk about Jupiter. Excuse my burp. Excuse me. So whatever ends up coming out, there have been a lot of signs. You've been experiencing signs. I'm seeing repeating numbers. For some, you've been seeing the number 40 a lot. You could be seeing repeating fours. Yeah, I'm seeing you see it on labels. You see it on prices at the gas station. You see a certain number. Like price tags on things. I keep saying prices. So this could have something to do with your money as well. Again, that Jupiter energy. But there are a lot of signs that have been pointing you toward this, or you're going to start to see an even greater abundance of signs. Intention. This card has been coming out a lot. This card came out for Sagittarius. This card also came out for, I think it's Cancer, if I remember correctly. This card came out for, which is just lovely. So the Cancer, was it Capricorn? I don't remember. So I really like this, right? Because this is saying that you guys have set an intention. You might be getting signs about where to kind of like set an intention, where to put your energy. We have two candles here, which for me makes me think of the Two of Wands. It feels like you have two paths that you could choose. For some of you, you are finding a way to almost marry the two. Because I know you guys are Gemini. You don't want to have to choose, and you shouldn't have to sometimes. But for some, you have two seemingly oppositional, like diametrically opposed paths, and you're trying to figure out which one is for you, right? You might really resonate with both. One might seem like, if you think about the imagery in the Two of Wands, it always shows the guy in the card, and he's got the wand in his left hand, the globe in his right, and to his right, bolted to the wall, is the other wand. And so this always indicates the more established, secure path, right? But there's always the one that, being in his left hand, he's intuitively drawn to, right? And with the World, this indicates that a cycle has been wrapped up, that he has knowledge. I only say he because it's just a masculine presenting person on the card, but that person has, knowledge and wisdom that they didn't have before, and they're ready to start a new venture with all of that in mind, right? And I always think it stands to reason that the person on the card, if you were to tell them like, hey, pick a wand and go, they probably pick the wand that's already in their hand, right? Meaning that intuitively, we kind of already know what we want to do. We're just sort of figuring out the pieces. We're toying with the idea a little bit more. So there's something where you might have two diametrically opposed paths, one that has been more secure, or more explored for you. But there's this like totally different path, and it's just like, I really want to make this work. And so you might finally be getting the signs guiding you toward how to do that. But this feels like you've put an intention out there to the universe, and the universe is responding this month by guiding you toward how to make that a reality. So let's figure out what this is about. Ace of Wands. Yeah, exactly. It's so interesting we're talking about the Two of Wands, because there's the inspiration with the Ace. The Tower in reverse. And here's where that concept comes into play. A big change would be required. And the Seven of Swords in reverse with futility. A lot of you guys, and the Queen of Pentacles, some of you guys want to not just switch jobs, switch careers, like total 180 here. Some of you guys are going through like a massive transition. Some of you guys might have Jupiter moving through either your 4th house or your 10th house, just, depending on where your sun is. I'm kind of getting that energy here. Some of you, it's through your 1st house. Or your 7th possibly. I'm not picking up on the 7th as much, but I will put it out there. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So yeah, okay, hang on. I'm sitting with this. This feels like, again, you've got the inspiration with the Ace of Wands. And the big issue is that or you're getting, like, you've just recently gotten the inspiration. The big issue is that to pursue this, I love how we have the fire here and then there's fire on the tower. You'd basically have to burn some type of structure in your life to the ground. Have to let it fall, have to let it go. Now, I love seeing the tower reversed because upright, this suggests that something is really not stable, it's not working, and the universe has to come in and kind of like clear it out for us, right? So we can build, we can rebuild from a more solid, stable place. But the tower in reverse for me is always kind of like, you see that it's not going to work and you're getting out in front of it. Some of you, that's what the signs have been about. You've been getting like understanding that there's some aspect of what's going on here, some aspect of your foundation that is just not solid and secure. And where, this might have been something that you thought you had no business changing. So like, it's such a solid part of your life. It's like, you don't change that. You don't like, it's kind of that energy, but who do I think I am to be able to like, I don't know. It would be like if you spent like years in a like career and you started building up a reputation and then you just want to go back to school and go do something totally different. It's like, who am I to do that? Who am I to like totally switch everything up? Or like, I don't know, this feels like a massive change. And so there's a sense here where in the past, you may have kind of not even considered a move like this. Because it seems like it's just futile, right? And I feel like with the 7 of Swords reversed in futility, what is being shown to you this month is that your intention is actionable, right? What you want can absolutely happen. Things can change so much faster than we realize, right? And there's a sense here where whatever it is you're reaching for, again, it's like, who am I to do this? I can't make this happen. This is like too big of a shock for even like, not even just for the people around me, for my life. And that's saying something for Gemini energy. But it's like, this is such a big shock. Like, I could not, like, who does that? I could never do that. And what Spirit is really showing you this month is not only that you can do that, and possibly how to do that or how to get started, but also that the way that you're going is not sustainable, right? And that might be the last piece of information that you needed, was like, this kind of understanding that whatever you've been reaching for is actually not as solid and secure as you might think. So in the example of changing careers, there's almost a sense of like, if I hate what I do, there's only so long I can do it. There's something that's going to click, and it's a very like spiritual concept or spiritual understanding of your situation. And that's going to be the revelation of like, this is actually not as solid and secure as I thought. So some of you, for example, if you've been in a relationship for a really long time, you might kind of feel like, oh, we're together this long, and then we'll get engaged, and then we'll get married, then we'll do this and we'll do that. It kind of feels like it's already inevitable. There's an inevitability here. And that, I think, is what's kept you guys from considering any other like choices, whatever the situation is for you. And there's kind of a shakeup to that of like, not only can I change this, it is actually more of it's more of a move toward my own stability to change this, because I can't keep going with what I'm doing. It's just like this complete shift in perspective. So what is the Ace of Wands, Spirit? Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This came out in Sagittarius' readings as well. The Tower, 2 of Swords. Yep. And the 7 of Swords, we have the Hierophant, clarifying. And we have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse with failure. Whatever this is a sunken cost fallacy, 110%. There's been a fear. There's a lot of earth energy showing up. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, specifically Taurus. There has been a fear of threatening your stability. There's been a fear of like, I've already sunk so much into this. It would be unwise. It would be foolish. It would be a waste of money. It would be a waste of time, right? I feel like a lot of you guys, so the Knight of Pentacles reverse clarifying the Ace of Wands, a lot of you guys are having this like refreshing understanding, or this like refresh with your understanding. Where there's kind of this recognition of like, I need to go in a new path. I need to go in a new direction because I can't keep going this way, right? This is when we invest a lot and we spend a lot of time on something, And on top of that, it doesn't even yield anything. So there's a sense here of recognizing that whatever you have been reaching for is ultimately fruitless, right? Whether you're seeing drips and drabs, it's not really like panning out, or it's like, even if it's moving forward, you're so miserable. This would be the kind of thing where like if you're making successful moves in your career, or like you are improving and advancing in your career, but you hate the career so much that like it just sucks the life out of you everywhere else. There's something like that. A lack of happiness or passion for where you have been may have also inspired destabilizing habits. And for some of you, that's what you're coming into awareness of, right? So using the example I just used, it's kind of like you may have been wanting to switch jobs, switch careers, and it's kind of like, I could never do that, right? There might be like a recognition of like, not only can I do that, but I kind of have to, because if I don't do that, like, this would be the kind of example of like, somebody who like they get home from, they like leave work and they gotta like go to happy hour, pour themselves a few drinks, and they like, maybe just like doom scroll on their phone. And I'm not, throwing shade or shame, but it's like, they're so burnt out from something that they hate. They're so like tired from something that they hate. It sucks the life out of you so much that there's no more extra life to live in the margins beyond that experience, right? This is like to me, there's an energy here of you're going so far out of your way to soothe from something that you can't stand, or from something that just like, was it Ralph Smart over at Infinite Waters once said, and I loved this, so you cannot do something that your soul does not agree with. And whatever this is you've been dealing with, your soul at this point no longer agrees with it. And there's kind of a sense of like, I can't keep doing this, right? Because it's like almost like spiritually, it's like it's making me sick. That's kind of the energy. And so some of you are having this recognition, and having a shift in perspective about this, where it's like, whoa, actually, this is my way forward. Something that might seem like a huge upheaval, it's like, this is actually my way forward to peace. This is actually my way forward to stability. Even though it's a temporary destabilization, it's actually a more stable long-term path. Because again, some of you are recognizing that you've had a lot of behaviors, or you've had to spend a lot of time and energy coping with your life outside of whatever this situation is, instead of being able to take that extra energy and put it more toward things that you want. And so with the Seven of Swords reversed and the Hierophant, I feel like there's this recognition, there's a revelation of where you want to commit. There's also, you could be getting signs about the path forward, how to like stabilize things, how to take things, in a new direction. So your intentions, whether these have been conscious or not, have been heard by the universe and are being responded to and answered this month when it comes to a really necessary change in your life. I was called almost to cut the Romance Angels Oracle deck, so I'm curious to see what will come out for your romance messages, because this may apply. Some of you, whatever change you're making here will give you more energy and more time to pursue relationships, or a relationship that you want to put more into. So with that, I think that's everything I've got for you guys for your month ahead. If you are interested in booking a personal or in checking out my Patreon, all the links for that are down below. But yeah, I'm wishing you a safe, happy, healthy June, and happy birthday again. Happy that you're here. So yeah, take care. Bye.